Well, my dear students, today I am going to discuss the physiographic divisions of India. The physiographically and structurally, India is divided into three main physiographic divisions: the Great Himalayan mountain system in the north, the Great Peninsular Plateau in the south, and the Great Plains of India in the center or middle. Three more physiographic divisions have been mentioned in your book: the Indian deserts, the coastal plains and the islands. These are the part of the Peninsular Plateau and the Great Plains of India. The Indian deserts are the extension of the Indus Plain. It is a corridor of the Indus Plain lying in the state of Rajasthan. Likewise, the coastal plains and the island groups are the part and parcel of the Peninsular Plateau. The first, the Himalayan mountain system. The Himalayas are the highest and most majestic mountain system in the world. It is about 2,500 km long from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, and about 400 km wide in Western Himalayas. In the eastern parts, it becomes narrower. The Himalayan mountain system and its origin was discussed in the previous class. It was formed due to the collision of the Indo-Australian plate and the Eurasian plate. The Himalayas covers about 30% of India's geographical areas. It is not mere a dot on the map. The Himalayas are divided into three ranges: the Greater Himalayas, Himadri, the Lesser Himalayas, the Himachal, and the Outer Himalayas or the Shivalik. The Greater Himalayas is located on the northern boundary of India. It is the most highest and it has more than 8 peaks which are above 8,000 meters. Among them, Mount Everest is the highest, lying in Nepal. In India, Kanchenjunga is the highest mountain peak in India. Besides, Dhaulagiri, Nanda Devi, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna, Makalu are other important peaks of this mountain range. This range is snow-clad throughout the year. Its average height is 6,000 meters. In Himalayas, ice line also exists on 6,000 meters, and so this Himalayas remains snow-clad throughout the year. The Himalayas are young and old mountain. Young because it was formed during the recent geological period, Tertiary period, and old because it was formed due to the S wave of the earth movements. It is asymmetrical in nature. The second is the Himachal or the Lesser Himalayas. It is lying from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, parallel to the Great Himalayas. Its average height is 4,500 meters. It is famous for hill stations and resorts. Almost all the hill resorts of India, like Mussoorie, Nainital, Darjeeling, Kashmir, Kullu Manali, all are located on it. The third is the southernmost range of the Himalayas, the Shivalik or the Outer Himalayas. This Himalaya is made by the unconsolidated sediments brought by the Himalayan rivers, and so this is prone to frequent earthquakes and landslides during the monsoon season. The Greater Himalayas main core is made up of granite, gabbro, schist, superimposed by metamorphosed sedimentary rocks. The other classification of the Himalayas from west to east is the Punjab Himalayas, from the Indus River to the Satluj River, known as Punjab or Kashmir Himalayas. The other is Kumaon Himalaya. It lies between river Satluj and river Kali in Nepal. The third is Nepal Himalayas. It lies between river Kali and river Tista. All the highest peaks of the Himalayas lies in this. And the fourth is the Assam Himalayas. This Himalaya runs from river Tista to Brahmaputra. Himalayas, as I have told you in the previous class also, that is the only mountain system in the world which is gaining its height per year at the rate of 5 cms, and hence this region is prone to frequent earthquakes. Thank you.